Bears, what's going on, man?
What's going on right now? You
Hey,
good?
what's happening, man? I see you in here. I saw Donna in here. What's going on?
Yeah, so I have a question for how to coach people through using social media the proper way. And specifically, what I mean is people who get on social, they're brand new to network marketing, or maybe they're even a few years in, and they use it as a billboard ad instead of a way to communicate and to connect with other people and to build a following and build their brand. And they use it instead. They think if I post the name of my company up in my header and I post all kinds of ads about my company, that's what's going to get me to build my business, and that's what's going to grow my business, when it's actually doing the opposite. How would you coach someone through that?
So, one, if someone's on my team and hold on, I'm trying to adjust something here. If someone's on my team, I purposely, that is too complex of a coaching for me to do personally. I want to rely on a resource. So, and I'll answer the question, but I do want to call that out of, I don't ever want to coach an individual on my team on that complex of a subject matter, because they can't coach anyone on it. So whatever you do for your team, they think they have to do. So I want to rely on a resource. Now, we created one. We created Freakishly Effective Social Media for Network Marketing, and we'll give away some of these copies. But this was designed to be handed to the person that is clueless about social media and help them not just not do the dumb things, but also just actually be effective at social media. You could get this in their hands, because we created it specifically for people that really don't know social media. Or you could study it and you could ILT it and create a video around it. But what I would absolutely discourage is, hey, let me meet with this person for an hour and I'll go over all the stuff. Instead, I would create either a series of videos or hand them, this book or something like that, that they know they can point people to when they come on board and they have someone with the same exact problem. And so that's step, kind of over the 50,000 foot view. As far as, coaching them, or what steps to put in a resource, I would just say, listen, people don't go to social media to purchase. This isn't like a Craigslist. It's not like a flea market. They go to learn things. They go to connect with people and understand that there's two levels of building your business. There's prospecting, there's marketing. Prospecting is active, where you're reaching out to an individual, whether you know them or don't know them, and you're asking them questions to hopefully get them, more toward the sale. Marketing is passive, where you're posting something you hope someone reacts or responds to. What typically they do not react or respond to in a positive manner is just a sales message. And so I would never send an unsolicited link, right? So if you're in prospecting, if you're messaging someone, I would never send an unsolicited link. And number two, I would not post in a way that had no value unless they purchase. And so, there's a lot there, but my big encouragement is create a resource, which you could either, go through the chapters of this book. I mean, that's what we created it for. Go through the chapters of the book and create your own thing, get them get them the copy of the book, have them earn the book. But, just helping them understand, because what I found that people, there's two dangers of people that go into social media that don't just understand it. One, they go to social media out of weakness. So they were unwilling to learn the communication skills to talk to humans. And they think, you know what, I'm just going to skip all that junk and I'm just going to go to social media. And that's just not how it works, because who's on social media? Other humans, right? So you still got to learn communication. You still got to apply books like How to Win Friends and Influence People and things of that nature. And number two, they don't think of it as humans. They think of it as a flea market. And there's so many people on social media. Someone will see my website and blah, blah, blah. So social media was the best thing to happen in network marketing and the worst thing. Because if you were a terrible networker in the 70s, you can only piss off so many people in your village, right? I mean, the 12 people that would see you coming down the sidewalk with your samples, they'd dive into the bushes. Now, the worst networker has access to hundreds, if not thousands of people. And so, helping them to understand it's a people game. We have to attract people. We have to attract humans, and humans are interested in value. They don't typically go to social media to purchase. And so that's kind of the quick and dirty. Obviously, in the book, we expand on that. I mean, I think there's about 100 pages in the book. And if you don't, and Bears, if you don't have this book, I'll send one out to you. Do you have one?
I do have one. It's an awesome book. It's very practical, and I love the idea of using a tool that is attached to an expert so that you don't have to be the expert for them. They don't have to be the expert. And it's simple that they can pass that on to someone else after they've read it too.
Well, I mean, yes, that is a solid point. The biggest point of this is that it's something that's repeatable.
Right.
So when you coach someone, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, it's not, they can't rewind it. They can't replay it. They're not going to remember it. They can't point people to it. It doesn't exist in the cloud. And now they think that's their job when they build a team, that they have to do these hour-long coaching calls. And that's what actually creates a lot of sabotage, is people have this amazing upline that can answer every question in the world. And they're like, well, wait a minute, I got to do that? Dang, I don't want to get that position because I can't do that. And so the main thing, whether it's this book or someone else's book or your own thing, when you're pointing people to a resource, you have to teach. So if someone came to me and said, hey, I don't know what I'm doing on social media, I'm brand new to it, what do I do? I'm going to say, hey, great question. You know what? We have a great video in the library, in the archive, or we have this book. And the cool thing is, when you bring people on that are in your same situation, you can point them to the same resource. And they're like, oh, phew, man, that's awesome. Okay, how do I get it, or where do I access it? And so that's kind of the main thing there.
Love it. Thanks, Ray.
You're welcome, man.
You can find more great marketing, prospecting, and recruiting tips just like these over at rayhigdon.com. And remember to pick up your free copy of his 29 sources of network marketing leads. We'll see you over there.